going forward, obviously the 100 last year was brilliant to be part of, to play in first of all, but more importantly to see so many kids in the crowds, and so many people take interest in that, and almost attracting a new era of young kids. And obviously, I think the women's cricket had benefited massively from it as well last year with the crowds that they played in front of. So I think to have that competition is great. And I feel like the 100 will only get better as the years go on. And I think the amount of good players that would come from it will be amazing in the future. We're a bit apprehensive, I guess, because obviously the rules are a little bit different. Things like 5 ball overs, and the tactics behind it were almost completely different, especially at the death, when you're the fielding side. So we're a bit apprehensive, I guess, as players, but didn't realize how quick it was going to be, first of all, and then also how good it is to be part of, and actually obviously how short it is and how fast paced the game is. And I guess from people that don't know anything about cricket before, having spoken to those type of people, how they understood the game was like, for us it's still a bit confusing, I guess, people that know a little bit about cricket, because it is so different. But the people that don't know anything about cricket, they seem to understand it really well and got the concept of it really quite quickly. So I think they were the great things to come out of it in the end. Like I said, the crowds, the kids, the atmospheres in the games really did feel like a family sort of event. 100%. He looks a very good player. Well, he is a very good player actually, and yes. So players like him, Chris Benjamin, I thought were outstanding last year for us. And you got the experienced guys who did well, like Benny Howell and guys like that. But I think it's great for the younger players, and you can kind of pluck players out of the blue a little bit in the 100, which is really good. I know a few of the teams have got some really young players this year as well, who've been around a little bit, but I think it's a great platform, like I said, for those younger players to really shine and do well, and be on that big stage, because we do feel like it is a big stage playing in the 100. So yeah, and the overseas players in particular, they have a lot of interest in coming to play when they're available as well. So it gives a platform for everybody to do well, and it is a great format of the game for sure. 100%. I think if there's players out there doing well, always if there's young players, especially now, like you said, because we haven't played so well this summer, and if somebody's been absolutely outstanding, then of course he'll put his name up, his hand up, and trying to get into that team. I think someone like Harry Brook has got the potential to do that. I know he's played a couple of games, but he's a brilliant player in my opinion, and he'd be somebody I'm sure people keeping an eye on. But yeah, I mean, like we just said, it's a great platform for players to do well in, to put their hands up and do something that could catch the eye of the captain, the coach, because they will be watching for sure, and obviously Just will be playing. So and I think that's really important for the younger players. I think there is a sort of a window for players now. I think in the past it was quite difficult for players to get picked for England because the side was doing well, but I think there is a couple of spots, not spots, but there's a chance if guys are doing really well. Definitely, I think that, like I mentioned a bit earlier, that the death bowling is the tricky one, because it's 5 balls, you stay on the same end, and that is the tricky bit. And so you kind of need 3 death bowlers in the end, just one for just in case, and more than likely will bowl in the last 15 balls. So yeah, I mean, there's little things like that. I've still got to remind myself again of all the exact rules again, and I think the whole overrate thing is a brilliant rule as well, to come at the 100. Where the one fielder comes up. Yeah, I mean, we've got to go through the rules a little bit again. It's obviously been a while since we played it, so yeah, I can't wait, because I do feel like it's the best format out there.